Hi guys, welcome back. I'm actually recording this short segment after I did the testing for installing Windows software Zune in Linux using Wine. I'll tell you right off the bat, it didn't work, and I played back the video, and it didn't quite come out the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? There are some recording artifacts on the screen it doesn't look good. Sorry about that. I wish somebody would come out with a quality standardized screencaster in Linux. I use Kazam, which works most of the time. Anyway, I will play the video as as it is, trying to install Zune inside Linux. You'll see what I mean, that it didn't quite come out the way I wanted to. I think you'll still be able to figure it out, I hope. But it didn't work. But let me go ahead and roll this, and you guys tell me what you think. Thanks. What's up and welcome back. Well, there's been a lot of comments lately on 3 of the postings that I've done lately, specifically why Windows users can't switch to Linux, the Ubuntu 13.04 versus Windows, and of course the latest video rebuttal, and I call that one Windows tops, Linux drops, half jokingly of course. But the point of this one here is many of the comments I've seen mention the software Wine. Wine is the compatibility piece of software that allows many of you, it seems like almost all of you, to install your Windows programs using Linux, therefore eliminating the need for your Windows desktop. It's been a while since I've tried one. It's been a few years, but my philosophy has always been, as a dual booter, if you need to use some Windows programs, stuff like I do, I just dual boot into Windows 7, because to be quite honest, I don't trust running Windows programs inside Linux. I just don't think they're going to work very well. That's from my experience. Now, when I say trust, I don't mean malware, viruses. That's reserved mainly for Windows, of course. But since a lot of you mention it and a lot of you have had a lot of great success, I'm very curious. So I thought I would try something using Wine. Now, as I said, it's been a few years, so Wine right now is a little bit noobish for me. So I may miss something here, but I thought I would give it a shot. So what I've done, I wanted to hook up my Zune media player to Ubuntu 12.04, and I have the Zune software already downloaded here to the desktop. So let's do this. Let's open the terminal. Now, for all you guys out there, new users, you don't have to do it this way, but I thought I would show you. So basically what you will do is type in sudo apt-get install wine. Wine, not the drink, even though I love red wine, but that's a different story altogether. So sudo space apt-get space install space wine, tap enter, of course your password, and it's asking you, are you sure? We'll just tap Y, and this will install Wine. Now you can install this through the Synaptic Package Manager. The Ubuntu Software Center is probably the easiest way for newbies, but I just thought I would show you this way. I don't use the terminal that often, but just to show you that it's nothing to be scared of. It's not that difficult. Alright, it looks like this will take a few minutes, so let me just go ahead and pause the video and I'll be back, and we'll see if I can get this working, because for me it would be more convenient to run this in Ubuntu than to boot back and forth between Ubuntu and Windows 7. So I will let this download, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The Wine emulator, Windows emulator, has been downloaded and installed right here in Ubuntu 12.04. I have the Zune setup package here on the desktop. Now, as I said, it's been a few years really since I've messed with this. But let's go ahead and give this a try and see what happens. Right here is the Zune software, so I will right-click and just highlight Open with Wine Program, Wine Windows Program Loader, and see what happens. All right, extracting files. Give it a few seconds here and see what happens. And I probably by now should get another dialog box here somewhere. But nothing, no notification, nothing. Alright, either one of two things. It doesn't work, or I may have missed something. Let me go ahead and there's something else that has been mentioned, PlayOnLinux. So let me download that and give that a shot and see what happens. Let me go ahead and pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, PlayOnLinux has been downloaded. I clicked it, and let's see, we need to do some first time usage here. So let's click next. Now I'm going through this step by step because this is exactly how a new user would figure how this works. Let's click next again. Alright, so this is very straightforward. Let's see. Let's go to install. Alright, we have some preloaded stuff here, but I want to install Zune. So let's go to here at the bottom left. It says install a non-listed program, which of course would be Zune since it's not listed. At least I don't think so. Let me double check. It wouldn't be under games, graphics. Nah, I don't think it is. Other. Alright, let's try install a non-listed program. Okay, simple enough. Click next. We'll just call this Zune. Alright, what would you like to do before installation? If you don't know, unselect all. And quite frankly, at this point, I'm not really sure what to do here, so I will just follow the instructions. Click next. Okay. Alright, please select the install file to run. The Zune setup package. Okay, click next. Alright, extracting files, see what happens. Okay, we're waiting. I'm not sure if this is good or bad, but I guess we'll find out here shortly. Alright guys, I am back. I was unable to install the Zune software to sync my Zune media player. I was, however, able to successfully install the Windows Media Player 10 software in Linux. Whoopee. I did do some checking, and by the way, I did try for an hour, so I don't want you to think, 5 minutes and TOS gave up and it's not, it's not fair and all that. I tried for about an hour. If you see the time here, it's been over an hour. And that's my self-imposed time limit on trying to figure out something in Linux, and in Windows too for that matter. But I did go to the Wine HQ website, and I suppose I should have done this first. I just searched Zune, and apparently it's not installable, and I apologize for this because I should have done this first. This would have prevented me from wasting my time and wasting your time, and I apologize for that. I did scroll down here. I am running Ubuntu 12.04 precise. They gave it a rating of garbage. Are we talking Ubuntu or the Zune software? Anyway, could not get this to work. So evidently it is impossible to make at least the Zune software work in Linux. Hence my argument. I still believe if you are a dual booter and you absolutely need to run Windows programs, just dual boot like I do between this and Windows 7 or even Windows 8 if you like it. That's cool, that's fine. That way for sure. 100% of the time it's going to work. If you use something like Wine or PlayOnLinux, it's not difficult to run. In fact, this is very easy. It's just that only specific things will run, and maybe not the specific software that you want it to run will work. Now, if you know that ahead of time and don't care, that's cool. But I'm just letting you know that my advice to you, if you are a new user, if you absolutely need to have Windows programs to work, just use Windows, because that's what it was designed for anyway. Anyway, I will leave this demonstration as it is. Again, I apologize. I should have looked it up first. I didn't. I guess because I was really hoping this would work. I like my Zoom player. Anyway, that's it for this, for what it's worth. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And as always, I will catch all of you sometime in the future.